All right, we're live now. All right. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. My name is Ashutosh. As you all know, we meet every Sunday, 9 a.m. US Eastern, and we learn Hindi language. And lately, we've been, on a Hindi level beginners, Hindi for beginners, and we've been covering, similar topics but in a different way. Okay, and even in a way that even if you're a beginner or intermediate and advanced, you can still pick up and like take advantage of it. Okay, so as you know, the format is pretty straightforward. In this class we'll be talking about possessive pronouns. Okay, primarily we'll be going over how to use mera, meri, and mere more effectively. Okay, by the end of this class, I'm confident that all of you will be able to make as many sentences possible using the possessive pronouns mera, meri, and mere. Okay, and throughout the class, whenever you have a question, feel free to kind of write it on the Facebook chat as well as on the YouTube chat. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm gonna start the class, and before I go, just let me make sure the audio is good on the Facebook side. Give me a quick thumbs up if you can hear me okay on the Facebook front. Okay, seems like audio is good. All right. So as you guys know, when we started this session, we pretty much used a very simple format. We discussed that Hindi is an SOV language where you have a subject, object, and verb, as opposed to English, which is like SVO, where you have subject, verb, and object. Okay, so we kept the beginners class pretty simple. We started with मैं, fill in the blank, who. This is when we started this class. मैं in Hindi is I, and this is kind of a verb, which is I am. Okay, now you can discuss anything. You can say I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a philosopher, I'm a traveler. Anything you can make sense using this particular formula. All you have to do is like you have to say मैं, and then you can say मैं traveler हूँ or मैं यात्री हूँ. Okay, you can say मैं Indian हूँ in this case, or nationality you can use that, right? I mean, you can say मैं French हूँ. Okay, so and you can use your profession as well, that मैं engineer हूँ or मैं doctor हूँ. Okay, so this was the case, and in that case we only learned about the personal pronoun, one of the personal pronoun. Okay, मैं. In this class, we will learn about more pronouns. Okay, and we call them possessive pronouns. Okay, so this is just a quick background about where we started and now where we are going from there. Okay, now there are many kind of possessive pronoun, but in this class we'll primarily focus on mera, okay, meri, and mere. We've covered them in the past also, but in this class we'll go a little bit more in depth. Okay, and you'll be surprised that just using these possessive pronouns, you are able to make so many more sentences. In a nutshell, all these possessive pronouns are nothing but your personal pronoun plus a postposition. Okay, and those postpositions are nothing but ka, ki, and k. Okay, so मैं plus ka is mera. Okay, so I can say मैं आशुतोष हूँ, I am Ashutosh. Okay, and or I can say my name is Ashutosh. Okay, so first one was I am Ashutosh, second one is my name is Ashutosh. Now how do you say my? Okay, the name belongs to me basically, right? And that's what I'm saying, मेरा नाम आशुतोष है. Okay, so that's what we're using. मैं plus ka, it's mera. Okay, now let's keep going. When you say मैं plus ki, okay, it becomes meri. Okay, and simple examples could be meri sister, my sister. Okay, or my bike, the bike that I drive. Okay, or my school, meri school. All those cases would be meri. Okay. The third one is nothing but मैं plus k, which results in mere. Okay, and we'll differentiate about when to use ka, ki, and ke. Okay, but I just want to kind of give you a high level summary before we dig deeper. Okay, so mere, in this case, you can say mere parents, my parents. Okay, or you can say mere kapde, my clothes. Okay, so now let's take one step further when to use mera, meri, and mere. And I can assure you, as we go through the 7 cases in this class, you'll be surprised that just with these things, there's so much of possibility. Okay, so first one is mera. Okay, and as I said, the simplest thing you can say is, and now I'm jumping to type 1 sentences. Type 1, which are nothing but, there are 2 words in these sentences. Okay, there is no verb, and all you're saying is you're using your subject and your object. Okay, so you're saying mera, and I can say mera ghar, my house. Okay, and the way you write it in Devanagari, you have a m with a, you have a r with a, and then ghar. You have a g and then r. Mera ghar. Okay. Now, very obvious question is, how do you know, or how do I know that I have to use, mera with ghar? Why am I not using meri, or why am I not using mere? In this case, ghar is used as masculine singular. Okay, masculine singular. You can say that, if it is only you're talking about one house, and it's masculine in Hindi, then you will use mera ghar. Okay, then you use your mera. Okay, if you're talking about many houses, okay, masculine plural, then you can say mere ghar. Okay, let's look at more examples. So whenever your object is masculine singular, use mera. Okay, let's look at more examples, and then I'm going to quiz you after that. Next one is mera phone. Mera phone number, or mera phone. Okay, my phone. Phone is also considered masculine singular. Okay, next one is mera bhai, my brother. Okay, mera bhai, my brother. Okay, let me take a pause here and see if you guys can suggest something. Which object will you use with mera? Let me take a quick pause to see what you guys can come up with. Okay, mera manager. Okay, that's also correct. My manager. And in this case, again, you're considering your manager is masculine singular. If it is a female manager, you will say meri manager. Okay. Liz, you said mera car. Okay. Car is considered feminine singular. So it would be meri car. Okay. Let's keep going. There's no mistake, as I said. So keep going and think about all the other objects that you can think of. At a minimum, you'll be able to brainstorm whether it's masculine or feminine. Okay, think about parts of body. And let's see if you can, Mera sir, very good, right? My head, mera sir. Mera sir. In this case, sir is, you're using it as head, okay? Mera sir. That's masculine singular. What else? Keep going. It's more about you guys sharing with me. Okay. Meri zindagi. Okay, so zindagi is considered feminine singular. Okay, so that's why it's meri zindagi. But keep going. Very good. Like, so Ilan is saying, I'm going to modify it, and you can say mera husband, or mera pati. Pati is nothing but husband, and that's masculine singular. Okay. If you're saying meri patni, patni is wife, and that's feminine singular. We'll go over that as well, but I want to first finish all the mera. So there is no confusion around it.
mera,
Mera hath, very good. So, let's just saying this was sir is head, next one is hath. And hath is nothing but hand, my hand. Okay, keep going. I'm good. Glad to see all the participation.
so then
Mera pani, okay, that's correct. My water. Mera juta, very good. You must have heard of this song, Mera juta hai Japani, right? So I'm gonna erase it, okay, and I'm gonna write it down. So Mera juta or Mera shoe. So juta is nothing but shoe, right? So Mera juta, and the next one Ilan mentioned was Mera pani, my water, my water. What else? Use the chat box to share your, share your thoughts. And I want all of you to kind of participate. Mera dil, okay. Ilina, very good. So, mera dil is nothing but heart. Okay. So, if I were to continue with this thing, mera sir, mera haath, and mera dil, in this case, you're saying my heart. Okay. Keep going. See, whenever you participate, we can come up with so many more scenarios. Okay. Carolina G story. If you're talking about my story, story is considered feminine singular. So it will be meri kahani or meri story. Okay. You can say, Jennifer, what are you saying? Mera beta. You can say mera beta. That's correct. So if you're saying my son, you can say mera beta. If you're talking about your son, you can say mera beta. Beta is or bacha. Okay, that's masculine singular. Okay, so you see, in type 1, we were able to cover so many, possessive, in using this possessive pronoun, we can cover so many things. Now, there is no one rule that can apply to, which one is masculine and which object is feminine. Okay, there are some basic rules around it that if it is ending with E, right? So, for example, ladki ends with E. Okay, beti ends with E. The likelihood of it being feminine is it's more. Again, there are many exceptions, but I'm just showing you some simple scenarios which will help you determine whether it's masculine and feminine. Okay, so I'm going to give you now the examples for mere, and this is just type 1 before we jump to more complex scenarios. Okay, so now let's go to again type 1, but what about meri? Okay, which objects are feminine singular? Okay, so some of you already mentioned meri car or meri gadi. Okay, that's feminine singular. Okay, meri aankhein. Okay, and aankhein is nothing but eyes. So both for feminine singular and plural, you will be using meri. Okay, meri. Repeat after me, meri. And the way you write it in Devanagari, you have a ma with a and ra with e, meri. Okay, keep going because now you know some of the examples. So I want to all of you to share your thoughts here. So Liz is saying meri kitab. Okay, meri kitab, and kitab is nothing but book. My book. Okay, meri kitab. Keep going. Meri Jan, okay. That's good. Meri Behan, my sister. I'm going to write it down. And so, Meri Behan, and behan is nothing but sister. Meri behan. And Meri kahani, Shirin is saying, which was also shared before, my story. Meri pyari, okay, my dear. That's also correct. Meri zindagi, okay, awesome. Okay, so Meri zindagi. Meri zindagi. Zindagi is nothing but life. And the next one which is shared is my Meri billi. And billi is nothing but cat. Which kind of makes you think, what about mera kutta, right? I mean, my dog, right? So let's see if there are more. Okay, Meri dress, very good, right? Meri dress or Meri sari. Okay, all of these are considered feminine singular. Okay, if you're talking about plural, same thing can be used. Okay, Meri gadiyan. All you will do is like change the object to the plural. Okay, so gadi will become gadiyan. Okay, you can, in this case, I already wrote the plural here. Meri aankhein. You can say meri aankh also, which is correct, singular. Aankh is one eye, aankhein is two eyes, basically. Okay. Meri kitab, it will become, plural will be kitabein. Okay, kitabein. So you can say that, meri kitabein. Okay. Meri behan is singular, behne is plural. So meri behne. Okay. Zindagi, there is no plural in this case. You're talking about my life. Okay. Um, if there is multiple billies or cats, you can say meri billiyan. Similarly, if there are many sarees, you can say meri sariyan. Okay, that will be plural. So hopefully this gives you more confidence about when to use meri, or even when you're looking at a sentence or somebody speaking Hindi and using meri, you are sure that the object after meri is either a feminine singular or a feminine plural. Okay. Now we'll do one more and then we'll jump to the type 2. Hopefully now we have a good set of scenario here. Now let's look at mere. The way you write it in Devanagari, you have a ma with a, and then you have a ra with a. Mere. Okay, mere. When do you use it? You use it when the object is masculine plural. Okay, so all the objects that we learned in the first case, okay, you can just kind of come up with the plural of those. Okay, so remember, if you're talking about one house, it's mera ghar. If you have multiple houses, you can say mere ghar. Okay, for your parents, you will say mere parents. Okay, or mere mata pita. Okay, mere mata pita, mere parents. Okay, more examples. Mere students. Student is chhatra and multiple students again is chhatra, but mere students. Okay, or mere bacche, my kids. Mere bacche. Bachcha is one kid and bacche is, if you have talking about multiple kids, mere bacche. Okay, I want to take a pause here and see what you can come up with. Okay, now this all may sound very simple, but the moment we jump to type 2, you'll start feeling the pressure. That's why I want you to practice it and don't ignore this part that we have done it before. So let's see what you can think of. Mere jute, very good. My shoes. Mere jute. And jute is nothing but shoes. Let me unmute you, Liz G, if you can think of more scenarios. So give me just 1 minute. And what else can you think of, Liz G?
I keep looking at that male singular list, but there's only one, one heart.
Yeah. So, okay. What about
so it's harder. You could say phones.
Phone, okay. Mere phone,
Uh-huh.
okay. If you have multiple phone, you can say about phone, okay. What else?
Sure. For dog, kuta.
Mere, okay. Kutta is one dog. Multiple kutta is if
Is
you
it
have more
kut?
than one dog, the plural is
Yeah, yeah. Is it kutin?
very good. Mere kutte. Very good. What else?
Yeah, kute. Cha cha. Oh, is clothing? Is the other clothing like shirts and pants? Is that male or female?
That's male. Very good. So it will be
Good,
what
good.
about one cloth? Cloth is if you're talking about one cloth, it's kapra. Remember?
Kapre?
Kapra. Very good. So if it is plural, it becomes
Kapre.
very good. Mere kapde. My clothes. Very good. Let's see what other people are saying. So kalam is one kalam. Okay. So you'll say, and kalam is also considered feminine. Okay. So you'll say meri kalam. Okay. But dabba is correct. Dabba is a box. Okay. So if you're talking about one box, you will say mera dabba. If you're talking about multiple boxes, you will say mere. Lesji, you want to give it a try? Dabba is a box. If you want to say my boxes, you will be mere.
The dabe?
Very good. Mere dabbe. Okay. Mere dabbe. Let's see what else we have, and then so now we have mere dabbe. That's correct. And we have meri meze, my tables. That's also so. Meze again, like meri maze is considered a feminine, right? So Meri desk is my Meri maze. Okay. Mere dost, that's correct. Dost is considered like so again, how you're using it, if you're talking about a male friend, you can say mera dost. And if it is multiple friends, including both male and female, you can say mere dost. Okay. If you're talking about just a female friend, it'll be meri dost. Mere kele, that's correct. Banana is kela, and you know, mera kutta, that's correct. Okay. So I think we've covered wide variety of it, and I'm really glad to see so many examples here. Okay. So this is kind of type one, the way I think about it, right? I mean, if very simple, only two words are there in a small sentence. Okay, you should really master these things. Okay, and there shouldn't be any challenges coming up with it. Okay, the only challenge that you should encounter is to determine whether it's a male or a female, or whether it is considered masculine or feminine. Other than that, you should never have any hesitation thinking about it. Okay, even if you're not sure about it when you're saying it in Hindi, whether it is masculine, feminine, you use your best judgment and go with it. Okay, and the person you're speaking with, they either will correct you, okay, or you will basically learn that over time whether the usage is correct or not. This is a tricky thing in Hindi, but stay with me, and this you'll get over it as well. Okay, so this is type one. Now let's go over type two. Okay, now as you might imagine that so far it was two words. As we go deeper into this topic, the sentences will be more than two words in it. So let's look at type two, and you'll be surprised how many sentences we can make with it. Okay, and again I'm going to put the formula on top here: SOV, subject, object, and verb in Hindi. Okay, so far we spoke about mera. Let's say mera ghar, my house. Okay, now you want to say something about your house, you want to explain it to some person, and just to kind of take a step back, throughout the last 3-4 classes in this particular course, we have not really spoken about verbs. Okay, so don't try to jump ahead and use verbs right now. Only verb that we have used so far is hai, which is the to be form of the verb. Okay, hai. Okay. So now all you're doing is putting some adjectives in between. Okay. मेरा घर, fill in the blank है. My house. My house is. And now you want to talk about what about your house you want to say. Okay. So Liz, don't worry about whether it's Hindi or English. Let's just talk about your language you're comfortable with. What can you say about your house? My house is
Chota is small.
okay, small. Just keep going in English. My house is small. What else?
Small, big,
Big.
near and far.
Okay, near and far.
Pastor.
You say colors is blue.
Okay, very
white.
good. Very good. Colors, right? So you can, I'm gonna just say location. Okay, so you can talk about size. Okay, generically you said about small, big. So you spoke about size. Okay, you spoke about location. Okay, you spoke about color. What else?
If it's new or old.
Okay, variety or age. You see, even in English. So this is the problem is not necessarily with a new language. Okay, even in our own native language, sometimes we struggle, or sometimes we have to think about like what else can we use, right? So the point I'm trying to make it, the problem is not about learning a new language. Even with your own language, sometimes you have to think about it, right? Okay, so all good. Let's talk about what sentences can you make now. You know, so now this thing is in front of you. Okay, Liz,
Okay.
try to start with this one and start making sentences.
मेरा घर छोटा है.
मेरा घर छोटा है. Very good. What else?
मेरा घर दूर से है.
मेरा घर दूर है. My house is far. Okay. So when you're saying about it, you will say my house is far. मेरा घर दूर है. Okay. And दूर is nothing but far. Okay. मेरा घर दूर है. Now you can pretty much make an essay out of it about your house if you know how to use this thing properly. Keep going. You're doing a good job.
मेरा घर नीला है.
मेरा घर नीला है. My house is blue. And for folks who don't know about how to say blue in Hindi, yeah, keep going.
I was going to say new, naya.
नया है. मेरा घर नया है. Okay, naya is nothing but na, and then ya. My house is new. Okay, मेरा घर नया है. What else? How do you feel?
मेरा घर सफेद है.
मेरा घर सफेद है. My house is white. Okay. How do you find this exercise?
It's good.
It's good. Okay, so let's do it more. Okay, let's do it with other examples. So you see, like you are able to now think further. So far you were using this possessive pronoun only with this object. Okay, mera, my house, that's it. Even with that you were not sure whether I should use meri or anything. But once that is sorted out, it's sky's the limit, right? So let's now talk about more examples. I'm going to give you some more tools, and then we'll talk about now if you want to give your phone number to someone, you can say mera phone number, and then you can give the number, right? I mean, you can say 202-111-1111. Mera phone number ye hai. Okay. Or you can talk about let's say you are very proud of your brother. Okay, you can say mera bhai, and then you can talk about smart hai. Okay, mera bhai smart hai, mera bhai intelligent hai, mera bhai bada hai, that means he is older brother. Okay, right? Simple. You don't have to memorize this part. It should really come seamlessly from you. Okay. मेरा भाई बड़ा है. Okay. Um, what
मेरे
else?
हाथ bro मेरा
Yeah.
हाथ छोटा है.
मेरा हाथ. Okay. मेरे okay. So you can say मेरे हाथ छोटे हैं. My hands are small. Very good. मेरे हाथ छोटे हैं. Okay. My hands are small. Okay.
How do you say tota to say broken?
Uh, oh, tuta. You want to
Tuta.
say, huh?
Yeah, broken.
Broken.
There
Okay.
we go.
Okay. So you can say, so if you're trying to say my hand is broken, you can say mera haath. Slightly different, but because it's, you're using a verb to break, right? I mean, we have not,
Ah,
you see, we have not gone there yet. I've not really used verbs so far other than
sure.
hai. You see? So right now we're only using for the most part adjectives. Okay. So mera bhai smart hai, mera,
Ah,
right? Now let's see a very interesting one, which hopefully all of you will relate with it. So let's see one more examples on type 2. Okay. Mera kaam. Calm is, you remember what is calm?
work.
Work. Very good. Okay. So mera work. Shoot. What will you say?
मेरा काम अच्छा है.
Okay. मेरा काम अच्छा है. अच्छा is
It's good.
good. Very good, right? So मेरा काम अच्छा है. My work is good. Okay. What else? What if you have to be brutally honest about it?
अच्छा नहीं है.
अच्छा नहीं है, or you can say मेरा काम boring है, right? And that's fine if you want to use an English word, right? You can say मेरा काम boring है. Okay. What else?
It's difficult.
Okay. Very good. Difficult. How do you say? मेरा काम difficult है. If you don't know the meaning of it,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you know the meaning of it, you can say मेरा काम मुश्किल है. Let me, I think, give me just 1 minute. Okay, there is some echo, so I muted it. So you can say मेरा काम मुश्किल है. Okay, मुश्किल. Remember that movie, ऐ दिल है मुश्किल? Okay, so मुश्किल is nothing but difficult. Okay, so मेरा काम मुश्किल है. What is the opposite of मुश्किल? Liz, what is the opposite of it?
It's easy.
Easy. मेरा काम easy है. And easy in Hindi is
I don't know. I don't
आसान.
remember.
Okay, it's okay. आसान. मेरा काम a with a and then sir with a and then मेरा काम आसान है. Okay, my work is easy. Okay. What else?
It's दूर है. It's far.
My work is far. मेरा काम दूर है. Okay. Okay.
मेरा काम is noisy.
मेरा काम is
To say noisy.
noisy है. Okay. How do you say, like, what do you want to say in English? My work is noisy?
Is loud.
Loud. Okay.
But yeah.
In what context? Like you have to talk a lot?
Oh no, like at the airport.
Oh, I see. Okay. So basically you hear. So I think, how do you say that in English? Like you want to say my work is noisy? I mean, it's a different meaning though, right?
Maybe I'd say my workplace.
My workplace, right? So so you can say mera workplace noisy,
Acha.
right? That's what you'll
Noisy
say.
hai.
Workplace is noisy because you're not talking about your work. You're talking about your workplace. Okay.
True.
So
Right.
again, A quick exercise for you is like write a short essay on your workplace, right? So you can say mera workplace, okay, and then keep going with it, right? You can say mera workplace noisy hai, mera workplace interesting hai, and anything you can come up with, right?
Okay.
Um, so I hope this gives you some tool, right? I mean, let's take some more examples. As I'm speaking it, I see a lot of students participating in the background. Okay, so I want to read them first, and I want to make sure. Okay, so Elan, look at it. Like, she's brutally honest. मेरा boss बुरा है और मेरा boss अच्छा नहीं. Okay, मेरा खाना ठंडा है. My food is cold. Okay, और मेरा पानी गर्म है. My 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 water is hot. Okay, and मेरा घर पुराना है. My house is old. Okay, मेरा घर लंबा है. So you won't say बड़ा है. You can say, um, मेरा घर बहुत सुंदर है. My house is beautiful. Well, congratulations. Okay, so so you see, like, we have so many examples. Now let's talk about some more of them, right? I mean, the point is, like, it seems simple, but we don't really use, or I want to see you guys using, I want to see you using this thing more efficiently, okay, and uninterrupted, most importantly, that you shouldn't be stopping. And human nature, we usually like to talk about ourselves, right? I mean, so nothing wrong in it, but we can use it to, we can take advantage of it while learning Hindi, right? And we can talk about ourselves in a different language. What about meri? So far we've used mera. Okay, now shadi. What is shadi? You remember that, Liz? What is
It's
shadi?
wedding
Wedding,
or
right?
marriage.
Yeah, wedding. My wedding, and now you fill in the blank. Hai. What can you do here? What can you say? What if somebody is getting
You
married?
wed. Mhm. It's
What if,
soon.
okay, मेरी मेरी शादी जल्दी है. Okay, जल्दी ही है. Okay. What if someone is getting married tomorrow?
It's kal hai. Kal se hai.
कल है. Okay, मेरी शादी कल है. कल is nothing but tomorrow. Okay, कल कल. The way you write, you have a k and you have a l. मेरी शादी कल है. Pretty much any time you can use मेरी शादी कल है, और मेरी शादी अगले महीने है, next month, और मेरी शादी अगले साल है, next year है. Okay, for folks who are completely new and you're having hard time thinking about the world, you can simply say मेरी शादी next year है. Okay, and you'll see a lot of even Hindi speakers, they end up using a lot of English words. Okay, now let's say you already got married and you want to say that मेरी शादी कल थी, you can simply replace है with थी. Okay, थी. Okay, और मेरी शादी पिछले महीने थी, लास्ट मंथ थी. Okay, और मेरी शादी पिछले साल थी, it was last year. Okay, um, again the intent is, like, just think about this part. Like, initially, first try to come up with two words and then build on top of it. Okay, this way you will never get stuck because you're starting pretty small. Okay, that's a very that's an important trick to kind of come up with the sentences that don't think immediately a very big sentence. Start with very simple. Okay, um, okay, so let's keep going. And as I'm saying it, I want you to write it. If you don't feel comfortable, feel free to write it in the chat box so I can read it. Um, let's see if more people. Okay, मेरी शादी बहुत महंगी है. My wedding is very expensive. मेरी शादी बहुत मस्त है. Okay, so Elon, you are getting very excited here. I'm glad to see that. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going. Now let's say you're proud of food and you want to talk about it. Okay, first you can say meri hobby. Okay, meri hobby let's say you want to say something. Okay, hobby is nothing but ruchi. Okay, you can say meri ruchi. Let's say you can say cooking. मेरी मेरी हॉबी कुकिंग है. ओके, और मेरी हॉबी रीडिंग है. You can continue to build on top of it. मेरी कुकिंग है, right? And you can say delicious है. मेरी कुकिंग डिलीशियस है. और you can pretty much keep on going, right, and talk more about it. और मेरा खाना, right? So cooking is it's feminine, but if you want to say mera khana, and this is it can be tricky for some people. How come cooking is considered feminine and khana food is considered masculine, right? But you know you'll get over it and you'll soon realize it's fine. You can say मेरा खाना delicious है, मेरा खाना स्वादिष्ट है, मेरा खाना you know ठंडा नहीं है. Okay, my food is not cold. Okay, or my food is hot. मेरा खाना गर्म है. Okay. I'm not writing it because you will immediately start writing it in a notebook and you will not think. But the intent is that you have to start thinking. Stop writing and start thinking more and more. Okay. मेरा खाना मसालेदार है और मेरा खाना स्पाइसी है. Okay. और मेरा खाना स्पाइसी नहीं है. Okay. मेरा खाना वेजिटेरियन है और मेरा खाना um, प्रोटीन से भरा है और फुल ऑफ प्रोटीन है. ओके, व्हाट एल्स कैन यू थिंक ऑफ, लिज?
मेरा खाना healthy है.
मेरा खाना हेल्दी है. यू सी, इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? मेरा खाना हेल्दी है. व्हाट एल्स?
मेरा खाना sweet है.
मेरा खाना स्वीट है. मेरा खाना वीगन है. दैट्स Sharon जी is writing it. Right. So you see, I'm really glad that this thing is picking up, right? So you see, you are able to pretty much write an essay out of it. Okay, all like first thing, as I said, you will probably struggle with figuring out whether it's a masculine or feminine object. The next thing probably you'll struggle with is the adjective. What if I don't know the how do you say this adjective? The sweet and sour in Hindi. It's okay to write it in English initially. Okay, and then as I said, you always have the formula, and the formula is, you remember formula, Liz G? How do you say the formula?
हिंदी को हिंदी में क्या क्या कहते हैं?
हिंदी में, okay, so you will write down here, हिंदी में को क्या कहते हैं. Okay, let's say spicy. You know the Hindi word for spicy. Okay, how will you use the formula? How will you use the formula?
हिंदी में spicy को क्या कहते हैं?
Very good, right? हिंदी में spicy को मसालेदार कहते हैं. Okay, what about sweet? Let's say you don't know how do you say sweet in Hindi. How will you use the formula?
हिंदी में स्वीट को क्या कहते हैं?
हिंदी में sweet को क्या कहते हैं?
हिंदी में स्वीट को मीठा कहते हैं. Okay, मीठा. You have a m with e and you have a th with a, मीठा. Okay, you can say meethi also if you're talking about a feminine object. Okay, so easy to use formula. Any difficulty?
No.
Is it easy to use the formula, Liz G? What do you find?
It is. Yes,
okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. So let's keep going. I think we still have time. So there are many scenarios I want to cover using mera, meri, and mere. Okay, but I want to break this out into 2 sessions. So in this class, the homework exercise here is that I want you to think about other scenarios. Right? I want you to really write at least 20 sentences using the type 2 sentences we covered. Okay. Now let's look at type 3. Okay. And type 3 is So right now you have a subject, you have an object, and verb. Now let's say you want to use interrogative. Okay, you want to ask questions about certain things. Okay, so let's say you lost your car and you're trying to find it. How will you say that? How will you ask that question, Liz?
Ah,
मेरे घर कहाँ
मेरे मेरे घर
Mhm.
सब कहाँ है?
Very good. मेरी कार कहाँ है? You lost your car and you're not able to find it. मेरी कार कहाँ है? Right? What you have done here? Share your thought process. How did you come up with this sentence?
Sorry, can you say that again?
So the question is, share your thought process. How did you come up with this sentence?
Kahan means where.
Kahan is where. What else? What else did you think about it? Like when you created the structure.
Also, up above, you had written subject, object, interactive, and verb.
Mhm. Okay, so you immediately thought that car is a feminine singular. Okay, so you have to use meri. Okay, meri car. And interrogative, you thought because I have to really say where is my car. You will say kahan for where, and then hai for is. Where is my car? Okay. Um, Now let's say you just got a car and you're asking your friends, how's my car? What's your thought process? Like how will you ask your friend?
Ah, मेरा car कैसे है?
मेरी कार मेरी
The
कार
कैसे है?
वेरी गुड मेरी कार कैसी है हाउस माई कार ओके कैसी है you have a k with two a and then s with e मेरी कार कैसी है okay
मेरे घर कैसी है
good so far
yeah
Good.
okay right so let's keep going now I will give you more examples and then I want to kind of challenge you right okay so now let's say you are at the you know railway station in India railway station okay and now you know uh, you want to say that my train is when is my train that's your question when is my train that's the first thing you want to ask someone why is my train late common complaint right irrespective of wherever you are in the world right you can be India if you are in India you'll have more complaints but even in the US you'll still have complaints right because that you like it right so the task here is that's the thing you want to complain to someone and you want to complain in Hindi that's the only variable in this case how will you complain how will you say these two sentences so I'm going to give everyone the opportunity so we don't jump to the answers okay so I want everyone to write it down don't look at anybody else's answers okay just focus on your I want to really see whether you can complain it correctly or not. First one is when is my train, and the second one is why is my train late. Okay. For those of you who are new, and if you don't know how to say when in Hindi is kab, okay, and why is kyun. Okay, when is kab and why is kyun. Now I think rest of the thing you should have it. Okay. Okay, so keep it simple. Okay, you don't have to overthink. It should be 4 or 5, words in a sentence.
कब मेरा ट्रेन है
Okay, very good. So first one, I think most of you got it correctly. When is my train? Okay, so the first one you got it. Like so, my train is meri. You can say meri gadi or meri train or meri rail gadi. Okay, You can keep it simple. मेरी ट्रेन कब है? मेरी ट्रेन कब है? Okay. मेरी ट्रेन कब है? Second one is why is my train late? मेरी ट्रेन.
You? No.
How do you say it, Liz?
मेरा मेरी ट्रेन लेट क्या है?
No. What is the word for why?
You?
Is क्यों?
Very good. मेरी ट्रेन
लेट क्यों है?
There's.
Very good. मेरी ट्रेन लेट क्यों है? Okay. मेरी ट्रेन लेट क्यों है? See, you have two sentences. Now you won't have any difficulty, right? You can go to the station manager or whoever, and you can be very, aggressive about it. मेरी ट्रेन कब है? And you can also say मेरी ट्रेन लेट क्यों है? Right? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I can let's say you want to use more interrogatives. One more example that I have is like con, right? So con is nothing but who. Okay. Who is the manager? Who is my manager? Let's say, because we are talking about my throughout the class, right? So who is my manager? Okay. How will you say that, Liz? Who is my manager?
मेरा मैनेजर कौन है? क्यों है? कौन है?
Very good. मेरा manager कौन है? Okay. मेरा manager कौन है? Who is my manager? Okay. So we are still at type 3. Okay. Just to kind of do a quick recap. We started with defining when to use these possessive pronouns. Okay. That was the type 1. In type 2, we learned about how to use adjectives around the objects you're talking about. Okay. And the third one, we started using interrogatives. Okay. It's getting interesting. We're not done yet. There are like 4 or 5 more types, which will require one more full class. Okay. I want you to stay with me. I want you to finish it, because this is an important topic. And by the end of the this class and next class, I'm very confident that you won't have any difficulty using mera, meri, and mere. Okay. So with that in mind, we'll wrap up the class. I'll stop the broadcasting, and if folks have any questions, we can discuss that. But for folks who join on Facebook Live, thank you so much. And we'll see you next Sunday. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the class. As always, feel free to give your feedback, which is very important. To help me make the better classes and make it a smoother experience for all of you. Okay. Just give me 1 minute, and I'll stop the broadcasting. Okay. So I'm gonna